It started as a joke. At least that's what I told myself. We were sitting around a dinner table with friends, laughter bouncing off the walls, wine glasses half empty, plates still warm. I had no idea one careless line from me would change everything that night, and the way I saw my husband forever. Michael and I had been married for 9 years. From the outside, we looked like the perfect couple. A cozy home, steady jobs, vacations every summer. But behind all that, something had gone quiet. He buried himself in work, and I buried my loneliness behind sarcasm. That night, our friends Mark and Olivia had invited us over for dinner. The conversation drifted from work to relationships, and at one point Olivia joked about her husband forgetting their anniversary. Everyone laughed. Then the attention turned to me. "Careful, Olivia," I said, swirling my wine. "If Michael forgets ours next year, I might just get myself a new husband." Laughter erupted around the table. Everyone except Michael. He didn't even smile. He just sat there, jaw tight, eyes cold. When our eyes met, something heavy passed between us. The laughter faded, replaced by an awkward silence. He set his fork down and leaned back in his chair. "You should," he said quietly. "Maybe then you finally realize it isn't the husband that's the problem." The air froze. Olivia's hand stopped mid-reach for her glass. Mark glanced at me, unsure whether to laugh or stay silent. My chest tightened. "What's that supposed to mean?" I asked, trying to sound playful. "It means," Michael said calmly, "you spent years blaming me for everything wrong in your life. Maybe a new husband won't fix what's actually broken." I felt my face burn. The laughter that once filled the room was gone, replaced by the sound of my own heart pounding in my ears. Michael didn't raise his voice. He didn't need to. The calmness in his words hurt more than anger ever could. The rest of the night blurred into uncomfortable small talk. When we finally left, the car ride home was silent. Streetlights flashed across Michael's face, his expression unreadable. I stared out the window, replaying his words again and again, wishing I could take mine back. When we got home, he went straight to the living room, poured himself a drink, and sat down. I stood by the doorway, unsure what to say. "You think it's funny, don't you?" he asked finally, his voice low, turning our marriage into a joke for everyone else. "It was just a joke, Michael," I said weakly. "You're overreacting." He let out a bitter laugh. "Overreacting? You humiliated me in front of our friends. Do you even realize how often you do that? How often you make me the punchline?" His voice wasn't angry, it was tired, and that hurt more than yelling ever could. "I didn't mean it like that," I said quietly. "You've just been distant. I don't know how to reach you anymore. Sometimes humor is the only way I can get your attention." He finally looked up. His eyes weren't angry now, just exhausted. "You don't try to reach me, Emma. You try to hurt me." Every sarcastic comment, every jab. It's like you want to feel small so you can feel seen. His words cut deep because somewhere inside I knew he was right. He stood up and started toward the hallway. "You don't need a new husband," he said softly. "You need a mirror." Then he walked away, leaving me standing there, shaking. I sank onto the couch and stared at the empty glass he left behind. His words replayed in my mind. You need a mirror, not because they were cruel, but because they were true. Somewhere along the line, I'd stopped being his partner and started being his critic. The next morning, the house was quiet. Michael had already left for work. His coffee mug was rinsed, his side of the bed perfectly made. The emptiness around me felt louder than ever. That sentence haunted me all day. I replayed every time I'd made him the butt of a joke, at dinners, in front of friends, even in private. I'd mistaken sarcasm for communication, cruelty for confidence. Maybe I wasn't trying to make him laugh. Maybe I was trying to make him notice me. That evening, when he came home, I tried to speak. "Dinner's in the fridge," I said softly. "I made your favorite." "Thanks," he muttered, not meeting my eyes. The silence between us was thick, suffocating. I took a deep breath. "Michael, I'm sorry for what I said, for all the times I made you feel small when I should have made you feel loved." He didn't say anything for a while. Then, finally, he looked at me. "It's not just about last night, Emma. It's about all the nights before it. You used to lift me up. Now it feels like you only look for ways to tear me down. Tears blurred my vision. I know, I whispered, and I hate that I became that person. I just felt invisible, like nothing I did mattered anymore. So I tried to get your attention, even if it meant hurting you. His expression softened just a little. We both stopped seeing each other, he said quietly. You made jokes. I made distance. And we called it love. We stood there, two broken people, surrounded by memories of who we used to be. I don't know if we can fix this, I admitted. Maybe not, he said, but we can stop making each other the enemy. So we sat down and talked, not as husband and wife trying to win, but as two people trying to understand. And in that fragile, quiet space, I realized something. Sometimes the harshest words are the ones that finally make you change.